A king once had a dream. He dreamed that he was in hell, and he was so scared that he woke up in a cold sweat. When the king told his courtiers about his terrible dream, they all lied to comfort him. The first one said, "Don't worry, your highness. It was just a dream. You are safe here in your palace." The second courtier said, "It's a good thing you told us about it. Now we know how to make sure you never end up in hell. We'll build you a magnificent tomb, surrounded with holy water and blessed soil from the Garden of Eden, and you'll be safe from the fires of hell." Hearing this, the king felt a little better. Then the third courtier approached him and said, "Your Majesty, I understand that you're afraid of going to hell, but think about it this way. If you were actually in hell, wouldn't you want to stay there? Hell is where all the sinners go after they die. And if you're a sinner, don't you think you deserve to be punished?" The king thought for a moment. "Well, no, I guess not. So it must have been just a dream. Thank you for reassuring me." Then the king called for his vizier Abu Nawas, who was known for his honesty and wisdom. When Abu Nawas entered the court, the king told him about his dream and asked him to interpret it. All the other courtiers were watching, eager to see what Abu Nawas would say. After listening to the king's story, Abu Nawas replied, "Your Majesty, this was no ordinary dream. It was a warning from God." The king's face paled. "What did God warn me about?" Abu Nawas said, "He warned you about your attitude towards women. You treat them like they're nothing more than playthings, and God is angry about it." The king was furious. "How dare you lie to me? I'm the king. I can do whatever I want. And besides, aren't I allowed to have a little fun?" Abu Nawas bowed his head. "Of course, your highness. But remember, even kings will be held accountable for their actions on the day of judgment. And if you continue to sin, you may end up in hell, where you will be surrounded by fire and tormented for eternity." The king was silent for a moment. He looked at the faces of his courtiers, who were all staring at him expectantly. Finally, he spoke. "Get up, Abu Nawas. You have spoken the truth, and I respect that. From this day forward, I promise to be a better man and to treat women with kindness and respect." The king kept his promise and became known throughout the land for his generosity and fairness. Meanwhile, Abu Nawas continued to serve him wisely and honestly, always remembering that it was his duty to speak the truth no matter what. Once upon a time, a young man named Hassan went to Abu Nawas and asked him, "How is it that you can always speak the truth, even when it's dangerous, like in the case of the king? How can we all be more like you?" Abu Nawas smiled and replied, "It's simple, my boy. Whenever I'm faced with a difficult decision, I ask myself, what is the right thing to do? And then I do it. It's that easy." Hassan was puzzled. "But what if the right thing is also the hard thing?" He asked. Abu Nawas' smile widened. "Then it's even easier," he said, "because the right thing is always worth it." And that's the story, children, of how Abu Nawas, the honest vizier, saved the king from hell. Remember, being honest is not always easy, but it's always the right thing to do.